I get a call from the agent at the builder model and they're like, we have a problem. She was arrested. The little 90-pound little lady was arrested for assault on her daughter.
Welcome to the Fitze Is Right, where I tell you real stories about real estate deals and all the things buyers, sellers, and even agents should know about before it's too late.
There was a new construction community in Perry Hall, and a realtor friend of mine was actually was in the builder model. Like, she was the one that you see when you walk in. And this woman, multiple times, she came in with her and her husband, and they finally decided that they were going to buy the new construction house, and they were, doing all the things, the contract and all that, to buy one of these houses in Perry Hall. But she has to sell her house in order to qualify to buy the new house, because she needs proceeds from the one to buy the other. So that agent called me and was like, hey, do you want to go and list her house? Like, kind of referred her to me and gave me her, contact information and whatnot. She gave me a little backstory about them. They're older, but because this was like a 55 and older community, and they're married, but they don't live together. He lives with his son, and she lives in her house with her daughters.
And this is not at the community?
No.
But she wanted to be,
She's buying in that community because they were building. Okay. So I reached out to this woman. We had a very good conversation on the phone. She's so super sweet, really nice, normal. Like, just we had a really good conversation. So I scheduled a time to go down there and meet with her and see the house. Fast forward, I go, to our appointment. I get there, and this was in Anne Arundel County. And it was an area that I don't usually work in, but I'm doing it kind of as a favor for the builder. I get down there and I go in the house. Super nice house, like clean, just very well, like, decorated, and it was nice. I was excited about it because the area wasn't all that great. And her husband's there, sitting on the couch. The dog, oh my gosh, she's the cutest dog. I don't remember what the name of the dog was, but the dog literally got up on the couch and was laying on me the whole time. It was so sweet. This lady, she's like all of 90 pounds. She's just this little thing. And we go on a tour of the house, and she's taking me through. And in the midst of the tour of the house, like my first time seeing it, all of a sudden I hear like yelling from the basement.
So that's like very abnormal for what you thought this lady was like, probably.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know what the yelling was. And then this lady was yelling back and like to, be quiet or what. I'm like, oh, great. So
this is like the first time you're like, something's
like odd. Like, it was just, you wouldn't have known, just like even like the main level. And so we're going upstairs, look at the bedrooms, and she's like, my one daughter's in this bedroom, the door's locked, we can't go in there, I can't show it to you, it can't be shown when buyers come. What? So I was like, well, that's going to be a problem, because buyers want to see every bit of a house that they're going to buy.
Are sellers technically allowed to say like something can't be seen, or no? Like, you need to let someone see?
I think the only thing that's really like I've ever seen closed off or locked off was like a closet. Like, if there was like, they didn't have a gun safe, but they had guns in a closet, they can lock the closet. But like a whole room, no. Like, we have to be able to see
the room, everything.
We were going back down the main level, and she was like, let's go outside. We go outside, really nice yard deck. And her and I are getting along great. Like, this is like really good rapport. Like, we are just really normal, like vibing. But yes, I'm like really getting excited because it's a nice house. And then we go back inside, and the kitchen has the stairwell to go down to the basement. And there's big signs up. Don't come down here. No trespassing.
In her own house.
In her own house, in the go down like the stairwell. And so I couldn't go down the basement.
So genuinely, as like an agent, like what is she going through your mind at this point?
What is like really going on? Like, who are these people that are down there yelling like these obscenities to this little 90-pound woman? And why can't I go down the basement? What is actually happening? Like,
and you're probably racing of like multiple scenarios that could happen.
So then we go back and sit down, and I'm trying to like get it out of her. Like, what? So her daughter that's upstairs that we can't look in the room has mental issues, right? So we couldn't. So if I had tried to go in there, Lord only knows what would have happened. And the girls in the basement, one of them is her daughter, and the other one is the wife of the daughter. And they...
A separate daughter.
Huh?
That's a different daughter than upstairs daughter.
Right. So there's two daughters,
Okay.
one up, one down, and the one that's down has a girlfriend, married, whatever, to another woman. And they live down there. And they were just very like nasty to her, just mean and nasty, and just screaming at her and cussing at her. And the husband is just sitting on the couch like not even like paying any attention. And I'm
He's
like,
just
oh,
used to
this
it.
is why he doesn't live here. Right? So
he doesn't want to live
he
here.
doesn't want to live here. We finished kind of having a conversation about like pricing and like what things that she had to do. And I was like, well, we have to be able to go down the basement. And she's like, well, we're not going to. Nobody's going to be able to get in the basement.
So is she like scared of, like she wants that to happen, but she just knows that it's not possible with the kids, or
She just thinks in her own little mind that it's okay if nobody looks at the basement.
But is she like standing up for the daughter then? Or is she also like, this is
No, I
ridiculous?
think she was like, she knew in her mind that she wasn't going to be able to get anybody to go down there. And so she was making it an okay thing. Like, somebody's going to come by this house because they're going to love this main level.
No, like,
But they're not going to be able to. I'm like, that's where all of the issues are in a house, are in the basement. Like, all the systems, all the major problems are down the basement. Like, you have to be able to go down the basement. And she's like, no one's going to be able to go down to the basement.
So what are you thinking
now? And I was
now?
like, well, you're going to have a conversation with her, because I can't sell the house.
No one can.
No one can sell the house. No one's going to. I can't put in the remarks, hey, good luck with the showing, but you can't go in the one bedroom and you can't go down the basement. So call me when you're bringing me an offer. Like, that doesn't, it's not going to work like that.
And people now think there's something suspicious there. And
Right.
whatever.
Yeah. Like, what's down there? Like, is there, meth lab, or,
Right.
And
And why?
like flooding and mold, or like, they don't know what's down there.
But
And
it's
the
her-
big signs like of no trespassing, don't come down. Like, that's extremely welcoming when you're going to go and look.
Yeah,
and
and
buy
it's
a
her
house.
house though. Like, why can't she say get out, or
I guess internally she's scared of them
her own kids?
because they're bigger than her.
That's sad.
And very nasty, very, very nasty. And I mean, they were even yelling at me, and they don't even know me. Like, they'd never even, I left there, and we continued to move forward with the whole like listing process, because she was under contract with the new construction, and I had scheduled listing photos. So I met the photographer outside. I was like, hey, I don't know how this is going to go. Just kind of go with the flow here.
But at this point in time, you're scheduling listing photos, and there's still no agreement on the basement. Like, she's still like, nope, can't go there. And you're knowing in your head, I have to go
Well,
there.
I told her that she had to have a conversation, and she said that she would, and she would try to get get them out for showings, or try to like come up with like a plan to go forward.
Also, are you not dying to see what's in these rooms? Like, just like as selfish.
I know, like, what's down there?
Yeah.
Like, what's in the bedroom? Like, what's in the basement? Like, what? Listing photos. We go in, the photographer, and it's not the photographer that I usually use, because it's in a different area than I service all the time. So if somebody new, of course, this person doesn't know me, and they're walking into this situation, and I'm like, I'm really sorry. I don't know what's coming. We're doing the photos on the main level. We did the photos outside. Meanwhile, the second bedroom was like her storage. So I had to go up and like move everything out of the way, like put it all in the closet, move from that room to the primary bedroom, back and forth for pictures. I mean, the whole thing. Like, she had her Costco size like paper towels and toilet paper and boxes of all this stuff that she just stored in there. So I had to like move it and move it back. And then on the door, this was added on the door to the one bedroom that we couldn't get into, was like, don't come in here, keep out, no trespassing, you'll go to jail. like written on the bedroom door.
Speaking directly to you.
Speaking directly to me. Yeah.
So they're not home. Like everyone wasn't home at this point, or we don't know.
The daughter in the basement was home.
Okay.
But the daughter in the bedroom was not home. Or she was very, very quiet.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. She wasn't home because then the seller let me come in and look at the bedroom. And that's when we saw what was on the wall. And she drew penises all over her wall.
For the listing photos?
All different sizes.
Colors?
In Sharpie on the wall. And then more like nasty words to like her mother about penis sizes and things like that.
Very penis centered.
I have the photos somewhere.
So did this go on the listing?
I took pictures of them.
Did this go on the listing?
No.
This would be where you should use some AI to make it look a little normal.
I have to find the photos.
But you never got to the basement.
No, I never got to the basement. So the photographer leaves. I'm trying to still have this conversation about having to show the whole house, when we were going on the market, like how like the builder wanted her house on the market, and this, we were getting ready to go active. And then I get a call from the agent at the builder model, and they're like, we have a problem. And I'm like, okay. She was arrested.
The mom?
The mom was arrested. The little 90-pound little lady was arrested for assault. For assault on her daughter. On her daughter, in the basement daughter.
How did the mom get arrested and not the daughter?
I don't know. I don't know like the exact details. I mean, this lady, she was probably not even 5 foot tall. Like she's little. So I'm like looking up on case search, like what's happening. And it was like whatever degree assault. And it was like the daughter against the mother and like restraining order. They put a restraining order out on the mother. So the mother was then staying at a friend's house and then like calling the next door neighbor and saying, hey, go to my house and get this out of there, get my clothes. And the daughters are like throwing all of her stuff out on her clothes on the front lawn. It was madness. Like, I don't even know how I got wrapped up into this situation. So
at this point, are you even thinking about selling the house anymore?
I'm like, how is this so I like had to put the listing as like temp off and like, do not go active. And,
bless you.
She was just, I don't know. It was like 3 days later. She finally was able to go home. From jail. But she could only go to the neighbor's house. I don't think she could still go to her house.
So she pays for her house. So
she's yelling across, like out the window, across to the daughters. Like they're screaming. Like, yeah.
But she's paying for said house. And
yes, it's her house.
Not allowed to get in.
She's been there for like 30 years.
I don't understand how something like this occurs.
I don't either.
Like,
I don't either. Like, I don't know. And so, like, and I talked to her after she came home from jail. She seemed totally fine. Like,
this is normal.
This is normal. And I look on case search and this has never happened before. Like, this is like a complete one-off. A few days go by. I'm like, okay, things have settled down. I haven't heard anything. And why I haven't heard anything is because she was arrested again.
And
again. For the same thing.
So she's in jail.
So she's in jail.
Why is she assaulting them? Do you think they're like assaulting her and she's just protecting herself, but she's too nice to put her daughters in jail?
They're assaulting her and she's taking the hit for it.
Because she still has that motherly love or whatever.
Yeah. So they had to go to court and do all the things. And then the one daughter is calling me after court to give me an update on what's happening.
I thought she hated you.
She was the one, right? So then she's the one who was assaulting, but then the mother was taking the hit for it. And
was it basement daughter or room daughter calling you?
Basement daughter.
And she's acting normal.
Totally normal. And like the girlfriend was there in the car, and then the basement daughter apparently had a daughter as well. I didn't know this.
Oh my gosh.
And so that daughter was driving because the basement daughter is half blind. So this was a really well-rounded family.
So do you think that maybe they didn't want her to sell the house or something?
They didn't want her to sell the house because they were living there for free.
And they weren't going to be
They
able
were
to come to the new
mooching.
one.
They were completely mooching off of her, and they weren't going to get out, and they had nowhere to go, and so they were doing everything they can to
get her not to sell it.
To not sell the house,
And
it worked because she's still there.
so you just kind of dropped this.
Oh, absolutely. But she was also went into default on the new construction because she didn't sell her house, and she gave them $10,000 in good faith that she was going to sell her house and buy the new construction, so they wouldn't give her $10,000 back.
And that they don't legally have to.
And she's still fighting it. Like up to like 6 months ago, she was still fighting to get her $10,000.
Yeah, but the
back.
point is the good faith. Like, sorry,
right. Yeah,
you don't
like
get that
you
back.
didn't do what you were supposed to do, so we're not giving you your money back.
So how long, like in months, did this last ongoing of you working with them?
It was maybe 3 weeks.
Oh, this escalated quickly.
Yeah, it was very quick.
That's crazy.
It was I guess the daughters didn't think that she was really going to move because she's moving from like Anne Arundel County, like not a good area, all the way to Perry Hall, and she told them that they weren't going with her.
So that's what
it's like a 55 and older community, so they couldn't go with her.
What about husband?
Husband, after all of this went down, based from my knowledge, they got divorced, which is sad.
Poor, I feel bad for him.
Because I really liked him, and he
probably just doesn't want to deal with this.
He had no idea. Yeah.
Dang.
But
I hope she gets
see.
her house when she's out. Maybe she'll come back to,
Yeah, I doubt it. So it's funny because it's not funny. It's really sad. But in the listing, I had to like withdraw it off the market and cancel it. But usually when you like cancel listing, all the other realtors are like swarming in on like, hey, let me try to get this listing. So I had to put in there that the seller is incarcerated. So please do not.
So not something you want at all.
And now I actually have her in my CRM as I have a tag of her incarcerated. She's the only one.
Hey, diversity.
Right? The fight's verdict is please do not assault anyone. Please do not get arrested and go to jail. Please do not get a restraining order against yourself while you're trying to buy or sell a house.
Just wait till after.
Just wait till after. Like, I don't care if you do it like an hour after settlement. And please don't do anything to screw up getting your good faith deposit back.
That's true.
That's a lot of money. Lot of money.
So what
could have paid for a good lawyer.
For a realtor, you're doing all these things.
Mm-hmm.
You pay, like, you're the one paying for listing photos, correct?
Yes, I had a sign put up and everything.
And when something like this
all
occurs,
my travel down there, all the work, all the listing, all the photos, the sign, the lockbox I had put on, all the things, and
you don't get that back.
I don't get any of that back.
So as a realtor, you only
I don't
make
get
money.
paid till settlement.
Yeah. So you're fronting it all, basically, essentially.
You front it all in good faith that
Well,
they're going to act the way they're supposed to act.
Outside of this story, what can go wrong between you meeting someone to work with them and actually getting to closing day? Even though you're putting in all this work as a realtor, like what are these things that can go kind of south where you don't really end up making money at the end?
Well, if the house doesn't sell,
Yeah.
if the house doesn't sell, if I've had, the seller die, if it gets under contract and the buyers, fall through and it never sells, or like a home inspection, like it needs a new well or a septic or something of that nature, and it doesn't sell because of that. So I can get all the way through to settlement and not settle, and I don't get any.
So if you're like a new realtor starting up, trying to build up your business, how do you deal with what to take on and what not to take on, knowing that like maybe you don't have as much money to front certain costs?
As a new realtor, though, when you're just getting started, you're literally going to take everything that you can get, because you want to get as much experience as you can, and you want to get your name out there as much as possible. So you're really just running and taking anything. It's not till later on when you have more of an established business that you can say, yes, I'm going to take this one as a client, or no, I'm not. But not like, because you can, you can't like be prejudicial against anyone, but you can decide, you as a business owner, like this is not going to be, we're not going to work well together.
What are some things that you do now as your experience to kind of like protect your time, I guess, as a realtor when it comes to who you're working with or what you're putting into certain relationships there?
Well, when I have my first like conversation or consultation with a seller or a buyer, I'm really getting down to like what their motivation is like why they want to sell or buy, what their time frame is. Like, do they have to, or do they just want to, or are they just like kicking tires to see what's out there? My time is like precious. So I'm not going to just go and like, hey, let's just go look at this for the sake of looking at a house. Or like, I need to know that you are serious. You have to move for you know, X, Y, Z reason, and then move forward. If you're just like, hey, this house just came in the market, let's just go look at it on a Sunday afternoon. No,
it's not yours.
No.
Yeah. Or if someone is like, hey, I just want to start looking over the next couple months, it's you're putting in less effort than if it's like someone who's like, I need to move next month. You know
like,
what I mean?
Hey, like if they're not willing to speak to a mortgage lender to get pre-approved, they just want to go looking. I'm like, well, no, then you're not serious.
Because you do that with everyone, right? You say you have to get pre-approved before we even look at a house.
I'm not going to take you out to see a house unless I know you can buy it.
Yeah.
Because you have no idea what's on your credit. You have no idea what you can afford. And you're going to go out and look at a house that you absolutely love. And it's like way out of your budget. And then you're just brokenhearted and you're like, screw it.
Not a win-win for anyone.
It's not a win-win for anyone.
Do you think that's the most misunderstood thing? Or, is that the word from like the people who aren't realtors' perspective, that you really don't get paid till everything's said and done?
Oh, yeah. And everyone thinks we get paid. They see how much the houses sell for, and they think that we make like that much money. Or like when I say, oh, I have like $1 million month or something, that means I sold $1 million worth of real estate. I didn't make the $1 million in real estate. A lot of people don't understand like the different, commissions and splits and what brokers take, and the fact that we're self-employed too. So like we have insurance to pay out, taxes to pay out, security to pay out, and all these different. And we're fronting all the money for the marketing. And
you're just like hoping it pays off, like when the sale comes.
Yeah. I mean, I think we just calculated the other day in one of our office meetings, and our average like hourly rate when it breaks it down is like $40 an hour.
Yeah. But people think you're...
so they think we're multimillionaires.
We're now speaking to the aspiring realtors who are watching this and getting every inch of, because you've been in the game for a while, like... I think we see people in real estate like living very lavishly. Like it's obvious that you can make a lot of money there, but you have to work hard for it. Then you see the other hand where you have like so many people become realtors and they kind of just like have to go get a second job and kind of fall off because it's not easy to like front it all yourself. So what do you think is separating the two, and like what's that biggest piece of advice to get to be the one that is very financially free?
It's all in the hustle. It's all in what you put into it. Like if you think this is just like a part-time gig, it is not. It is like every single day, consistent action to get towards where you want to be. Like you're not just gonna like free ball it and just go out and like, oh, let me go show a house today. Let me go do an open house once a month. Let me go, like you have to literally put your heart and soul and all the effort into making it work. Because if you don't, you're gonna fail.
And you've seen that?
I've seen it all the time.
What are the three crazy freaking things you did when you were starting out in real estate to make it work?
Oh, like people successful? Like literally call on the phone. We used to have floor duty where we would sit there for like hours on end at random times, and people would call and be like, hey, can you come sell my house? I don't know who these people are. Okay, I'm leaving right now. And you just go there.
And make it work.
I'm like, this was a long time ago. I was in my 20s when I got my license. Like, okay, let me just try. No, that's just not safe. It is not safe. Or like people call and say, hey, I'm not standing outside this house. Can you come show it to me? Okay, I'll be right there.
Could be anyone else.
Could be anybody. Yeah. I could be dead in an hour.
What is it that keeps you in the game? Like even when it's hard and you're starting out, what do you think the payoff was at first that made you stay with real estate?
I just love it. I love experiencing everybody. I love being along on these journeys. I mean, and you just bought a house. Like it's totally like the stress is like just being a part of all of that and just the excitement. Yeah. Like when I got to make the call to Halen the other day and was like, you got it. Yeah. And like they're screaming and crying on the phone. Yeah. Like it just totally makes it
worth it.
Even all the arrested crazy sellers.
Arrested stuff aside.
Yeah, this just totally, it makes it, because she was like, I can't breathe. Is this really real life? And I was like, yeah, you got it.
That's so cute.
I know.
You now, with everything you know, if I'm a new realtor, if you told me I could do 5 things every single morning when I wake up getting ready to work to be successful, what are those 5 things I should do?
Those 5 things are, you are going to write down every day what you have to do, like your non-negotiables. I think the things to do in the morning, and if anybody has ever read The Miracle Morning, it's a great book, but if you haven't, I highly recommend it because it really gets you centered for the day. So it's like you get up and you work out, you journal, you just have like 10 minutes of quiet time before the day gets crazy, just so you can like really like just be inside yourself and just, take on the day.
Clear
just
mind.
Know what you're doing. I always make my schedule out for the week on a Sunday. So I know what I'm doing every single day. And then like big things that I want to accomplish that week are in a different thing. So it's like, I'll tap them in, but it's just being organized, not just scrolling off.
Yeah.
And knowing what you have to do to get to the next part.
So are you someone that like ranks tasks by like
Yes.
most important? You tackle the most hardest things.
Yep.
First.
Eat the frog. Eat the frog. Do the
Yeah.
hardest thing first. Make the hardest phone call first, because then the rest of your day is cake.
Yeah. And then otherwise you're like kind of wasting your time procrastinating. And then
You're scrolling. You're just like doing anything you can do to not do those things.
So how much more productive do you think you are planning your weeks ahead of time than if you weren't?
Oh, I'm much more. So it's called the Pomodoro technique. And I don't know if you've ever heard of that. My coach uses it. So you literally set a timer for 25 minutes. You turn your phone off or your email, your social media, you shut it all down on your computer, and you do a specific task for that 25 minutes. Like you know what you're doing, you work on it, you're focused, you do not scroll off. When the timer goes off, you have a 5-minute break. Get up, go to the bathroom, get a drink, whatever, and then you do it again. So
Different tasks.
You're supposed to do it 4 times a day. I don't necessarily do it for 4 times a day, but that's what you're supposed to do it for 4 times a day, and you get 16 hours back in your week.
Just from doing something focused.
Instead of like, oh, my phone's ringing, let me stop what I'm doing. Because then by the time you get back to it a half an hour later, you're like not in the zone anymore, and then you just forget or just you half-ass it or whatever. So
it's good for like the hard, mental heavy tasks to just do it. These are 4 different situations that could happen, little horror stories. Someone's trying to buy a house and something falls through, and you're going to tell me the truth of it that maybe your agent isn't going to tell someone else. Okay?
Okay.
So if financing falls through, what does someone do?
If the buyer's financing falls through.
So financing falls through. So things you do during escrow that could kill your loan.
Oh, you can go buy a car. You can go buy your washer and dryer that's on sale at Home Depot on Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
You could give somebody money, loan somebody money, or co-sign on something for someone because they asked really nicely. Anything to affect your credit.
Don't do it.
You can get arrested.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Seller backs out. So what sellers can legally do after accepting your offer and what they can't legally do?
They really can't back out. Like there really is no way for a seller to back out without being sued. Like,
really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Like once they're under contract, once they put their house on the market, that is they're selling their house, and then they can't come 2 weeks later after a buyer's had inspections and stuff and say, never mind, we're not selling. Okay. Because everybody's going to be suing them.
So it's done deal.
Yeah.
Appraisal issue. The appraisal can kill your deal, and there's almost nothing that you can do about it.
That's not true. I mean, if the appraisal comes in low, the seller can either lower the price, or the buyer and seller can negotiate like a middle ground. If the buyer doesn't want to pay like $25,000 over what it appraised for, then they can get out of the contract, and it's fine. Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, but you can negotiate that.
And what a title search actually reveals, and why it could blow up your closing.
Oh, we're dealing with this now. Title search is the title company will go back and look at all the times the property has been bought and sold or refinanced to make sure that all of the liens and the judgments and mortgages have all been paid off and released, and make sure that there's no additional liens like mechanics liens or you put a deck on the house and didn't pay the contractor and they put a lien on your house, or like you're not paying your HOA and they put a lien on the house. They are going to go back and make sure that there's none of that is there and everything's been released, because you are getting free and clear title at settlements. If something does come up, then they have to research it and get it clear before you can even settle. So we were to settle property yesterday, and now you probably won't settle for like 2 weeks because the I guess it was like a home equity or whatever, was paid off in March, but it hasn't been released yet or
Dang.
reported and released. So we're waiting for that to happen before we can even settle.
Awesome. Here are your 4 rapid fire questions. As the audience knows, they can always comment on your videos. They can DM you, ask any questions they want to be asked on the podcast, and we pick a few every time for you to have to answer rapid fire.
Okay.
So viewer number 1 said, true or false, once the seller accepts your offer, they can't back out.
True.
Already answered that. Comment number 2, what's the most last minute a deal has ever fallen apart for you?
At the settlement table.
Awkward.
Awkward.
3, can you lose your deposit if the deal falls through and win?
Depends, yes.
Depends on what?
Depends on whether you're walking away because the house next door went on the market and you like that one better, or you're walking away because of the contingency that was in the contract.
Okay.
Like the inspection sucked or...
So if it's your choice, like you're losing it. But
yes.
If it's like... And last one, what's the one thing every buyer should do during escrow that most people don't know to do?
They should not buy anything.
Ever.
Not even gum.
Not even a pack of gum.
Stay tuned for the next episode because I'm going to talk about all the ins and outs of being a landlord in a coastal second home place. Community, and all the ins and outs that go with that. The good, the bad, the ugly, and how you can actually make some money.